Hey guys, Dynamite647 here, and in this video we will compare the JOYING dashcam versus the G1WC. C for capacitor based. This does not come with a built-in battery. So we will compare the physical size of it, functionality, look at some test footage, and basically I'll give my verdict which one is the best. So let's start. Now size-wise, you can see obviously the JOYING one is much smaller. It's very OEM styled. That's because it does not come with any screen. The G1WC on the other hand comes with built-in screen, the buttons here for settings and whatnot, and both do use the mini USB port for charging. I run the cable in my car. If you want to find out how to install a dash cam, I'll post the link. You can see it there. So when you fire up the car, which we'll do here in a second, both dash cams come on by itself. The G1WC is hardwired to my 12-volt accessory power, so it comes on right away and starts recording. And then when I turn the car off, it turns off. You can see the blinking light here. That means it's recording. Here we have the JOYING. It also starts recording as soon as you turn the car on. Green means it's on. This red is for it's recording, and the amber here is for a microphone. Now this does also have a few buttons on this side here, and that is just for turning off the microphone and turning on video recording. Since the JOYING does not have a built-in screen in it to view the footage, you'll come to your navigation system. This only works with the JOYING navigation systems. That's one thing to remember. So you'll scroll to the DVR app. Oops. So go to your apps, DVR, and this is what you will see. So here again you can see the microphone and the recording icon, and then when you press on the screen once, you'll see again you can turn the microphone on and off, and then this is just your recording settings. So as you can see, this does work like that. This is just to lock a certain clip, and then this is taking a screenshot and it's saving it on the head unit itself. Press on the hamburger style icon here. You can go to your playback folders, settings, about, and exit. So when you go to settings, you can see there's your standard definition. You can do HD, auto. Screensaver is just so it displays the dashcam footage on the head unit, and then you can format your SD card. Now when you go to this is where you can flip the image, mirror it, change your dynamic range, and time and size info, which is right here in this corner. So it does say 1 minute here because the reason is all the clips saved by the JOYING dashcam are all 1 minute clips. It's not like you can change it 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes on most dash cams. This only saves in 1 minute increments. The home button here is just basically to go to your home screen. So that is how the JOYING dashcam works. Like I said, again, we will look at footage later on, and then once you turn off the car, it will turn off. The JOYING is mounted, hard mounted, I would say, using 3M tape here. So it gives pretty solid footage. I mean, nothing moves around, there's no vibration, anything like that. Coming to the G1WC, as you can see, it's also a small form factor. As you can see, this is my rear view mirror, and it's relatively small, about 3.5 inches, and so this does have some option on it as well. So right now you saw the screen go black. It is recording in the back, but what I've set it to is 5-minute blackout. So after 5 minutes, the screen, it's a 3-minute blackout. So after 3 minutes, the screen will black out itself. Now you have some buttons on top here. The SD card, it's side mounted. I have a 32 gig SD card in it. It can go up to 64. The JOYING, I've put in a 16 gig. I believe this can go up to 32 gig, but I have not verified that. but it's bottom mounted SD card. So turn the screen back on. As you can see right now, the red blinking light means it's recording. You can see it's powered on, that's blinking. I haven't adjusted the time and settings because I recently reset this dash cam, that's why. You can see how long it's been recording for, and then 5 minute loops on this side, and then 1080 full HD and all that kind of jazz. So if I press the mode button, it will stop recording. So it can also go into photo mode. If I press it again, it goes back into recording. So this is the recording. This is the recording button on this side. So when you press it, it will stop recording. When you press it again, it will start recording again. You notice the time it's showing, the clip timing here. This is just showing the run time. Alright, so now if I press this up arrow, it will zoom in. The quality is obviously not that good, but you do have that functionality to zoom in and out. So now on the top two buttons there, let me see if I can turn. They're not really labeled, so you have to play with them. Let me just do it this way. Then you press this one. So anytime you want to do any settings in the dashcam, you have to stop recording. So you have to press this. You can press this on again. To lock a clip, you're going to press this button, and you can see the icon here. It will lock it, which means is it will save this clip, and later on you can easily view it. It will be in a separate folder. Stop recording. Now you can play with the menu. So you press the button again. You can change the resolution here. You can do loop recording, exposure, motion detection. G sensor is when the car moves, it records movement and starts recording. It's very unreliable. So I haven't even used it. Then there's another menu here. There you go. So you can adjust your date and time. The beep sound is just when you touch or press any of the buttons, it will make beeping sound. Language, TV mode, the frequency. So the screensaver is where I've done it for 3 minutes. It says there's IR LED. It's just the blinking red light. There's no IR in it actually. And then your car license plate, you can enter that. Not sure why you would want it. You can format from here. Do note when I formatted it, everything went back into Chinese, and I had to use a Google Translate feature to help me out with changing the menu. Now there are some updates released for these kind of dash cams. I've never updated mine since I bought it. I bought mine from eBay for about $40. This is the BlueSkySea version. There's different manufacturers who make the G1WC. On the JOYING, I've never seen an update on the dash cam either, so I would say if software wise, and which one is easier to use, again software wise, I would say the JOYING a little bit, because the menus are very simple to use. And this, I wish some of the buttons were better labeled. They would have made it a lot easier, but still, once you learn it, it's not that hard. So it does need you to get a little bit used to the system itself, but once you figure it out, then it's pretty easy, and you wouldn't play with it too much anyways. Once you set it up the way you want it, then you can just record it. I've had this one for over 2 years now, and it's very reliable both in summer and winter time. I've had no misfires, no issues at all. The JOYING one as well, but the only problem with JOYING is, as you will see in the footage, I'm unable to get HD footage from this camera. It's just, no matter what I do, I'm unable to get HD footage, and you will see that in the footage itself. This is what the dash cams look like from inside. All right. So let's look at some test footage compared to 2 dash cams. you can see from this footage, the joying footage is really bad. I tried everything. It keeps coming back to standard definition. I'm unable to get HD definition out of it. It's surprising because when I turn on the JOYING app and when I change the settings to HD, it does work there. I'll show you here. The HD settings do work on the actual screen, but when I download the video onto SD from the SD card onto my computer, it's back to if you look at the G1WC for $40, it works really good. Nighttime footage is acceptable as well. The only downside is the size. It's very visible from outside, but I am okay with that. That is why I bought the all black version of this, and it works well for me. At the end, which one would I recommend? Now, I didn't mention the price of the JOYING. The JOYING at the time of when I bought it, it was around $50+ US, so very expensive. And you have to hook it up to your head unit through USB. In the end, I would recommend the G1WC. Overall, it works great. It's been very reliable in extreme Canadian cold weather and hot weather. We have had some hot weather lately, so it's worked great. Suction mount is really good. I haven't had no issues, and it's simple to use. Once you set it up, it's just like set it and forget it kind of thing. The JOYING, on the other hand, I like it. It's a very small size. The LEDs are bottom firing, so it's a very clean and modern look. But then when you look at the recording of it, you look at the audio capabilities of it, it's not as good as the G1WC. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you could give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.